Sorrow is an interesting little crossbow with the power to fill its magazine beyond capacity with the use of its mod, Eulogy. This lets it work in combination with the top Heavy Mutator to provide a stronger bonus than intended, which has been demonstrated before in a video by I Have Insipidus. There are two things missing from that video though: the actual numbers for the Mutator, and a new glitch that was introduced through the Prism system that makes top Heavy absurdly powerful. How powerful? Well, let's ask the Ravager. So how does top Heavy actually work? At maximum upgrade, the values are both calculated as a fixed 2% bonus, and the remaining percentage is divided by the maximum ammo capacity to get the damage for each projectile. Since the Mutator doesn't have a fixed limit, Sorrow's overflow mechanic results in a max bonus of 28% range damage and a 38% weak spot bonus that is more powerful than it appears, since it is actually a false weak spot bonus. The math for this one is that their percentage is calculated using the weapon's base damage only, and then added to the attack prior to the weak spot multiplier. They're somewhat neat since the bonus still affects weapons that can't naturally weak spot like the Corrupted Cube Gun, though other mutators are generally better on those weapons anyway. You can probably guess by now that the legendary bonus is Size Matters, which doubles Sorrow's ammo capacity from 5 to 10. However, for some reason, instead of Eulogy providing only 5 extra shots as expected, its overflow also gets doubled as well. This means we can get over 4 times the original ammo capacity, resulting in top Heavy providing Sorrow a huge 54% ranged damage and a 74% false weak spot bonus. With the Mutator alone, this makes Sorrow's weak spots hit almost 5 times the gun's base damage, and with the right setup, you can achieve a DPS of roughly 5,000 in the firing range. Like I said, absurd. There is an activation requirement though, which is basically just equipping top Heavy to Sorrow prior to equipping your Prism and only then activating the mod to cause the overflow. This makes it remember that 5 is the original maximum capacity, otherwise it will just remember it as 10 or whatever it was when the Mutator was equipped. This bonus stays in effect through doorways and teleporting, but will be removed upon death, so make sure to reset it if that ever happens. Along with strong ranged attacks, Size Matters directly buffs Eulogy's other mechanics as well. More bolts means you can attach more to a target and perform sizable amounts of burst damage that ignores armor, and it also doubles the maximum healing from the bolts being recalled, which can save your life in a pinch. Though this healing makes it one of the few weapons that can use Burden of the Warlock effectively, I found in testing that the value it provides isn't really enough to recommend it. This is the build I used in testing, and I know that having Hunter as the primary is better. I just wanted to mix things up for a change. Instead of Warlock, I'd be using the Empress ring for more health, since Eulogy's heal is percentage based. Primary doesn't really matter, but having something that can hit multiple targets at once is probably recommended. You already know the legendary bonus, but here's the full Prism in case you're interested in building something similar. With the top heavy combo equipped, you should be changing this weapon's name from Sorrow to Joyful. High range damage with a mod that pierces armor and heals you, and such good ammo conservation that you'll likely never run out during your whole playthrough. What's not to love? In any case, thank you all for watching, and feel free to suggest more weapons for me to make unorthodox builds for. But for now, be on your way.